Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Just Vanilla server, and I have been extremely busy since the last episode. What I have done is finish off the last tower. I have finished clearing out all of the inside and creating the wall, as well as a little bit of detail on the outside, as I said I was going to do before, just to give it a bit of depth to it, to give it some more 3D feel. And this is looking absolutely fantastic. We've got no more laser. I've removed the laser, I've put that into storage for another time. We are ready to start the build inside the base. So I think it's about time to update these maps. This isn't the only thing I've been up to in the past week or so. Quick. Yay! If we make our way back to the shopping district once again, I have been doing a little bit of work into the shopping district. I have a design for a light that I can build around the shopping district. The only problem has been, it's taken so long to do that I am not even halfway there yet. So I took inspiration from these lights here, which have been here since the start of the season pretty much, since the shops have been around, and I've created this. And it actually looks really nice when you get a nice long line, where if you just look down there, that looks really nice. And it really improves the shopping district quite a lot. I am nowhere near done yet. I've still got all of this to do. I've laid out where it's going to be, but I've just not had a chance to do it because I've been trying to get that base all done. So what I've done is I've got a load of black concrete and a load of grey concrete. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place these across all the way down there and do the same across there. We're going to start building the main roads down on this ground level here. So I think it should be about time for a time lapse, and hopefully we can get all of these roads completed at the end of it. There's no reason why we can't, so let's just get straight to it. Halfway through that time lapse, my computer kind of ran out of disk space. I haven't actually cleared much room on it for these videos. I have now got enough room for it, and I have got the rest of this road complete. So the main road, other than bits like this, because of creepers, I have now gone around, and hopefully there shouldn't be anywhere that they can spawn. We've got the spawner in there, which we'll build a building around at some point. But what I wanted to do now was kind of make a road going across, and I was thinking about having it go out and then across, but having it diagonal could be quite nice. Actually, no. I'm actually making this up as I'm going along. So I sometimes will just say something and completely do the opposite, because then I've thought, actually, I don't want to do it that way. But as I have been building this, I have has just finished only a few moments ago, is the Minecraft live event from the Saturday the 3rd. And the update that we're getting next year, I believe they said it would come out 2021 summer. So that is less than a year away. We're less than a year away from a huge update that is going to involve caves, it's going to involve a few new mobs, it's going to involve goats and cliffs and mountains and other things like that. It looks absolutely insane, and it is going to change the way that we play Minecraft altogether. But some of the things I'm looking forward to in that new update is definitely going to be the underground caves and a couple of the new blocks that we're going to get. Copper being one of them. So with copper, I think from what I saw is you should be able to place it down, and over time it's going to turn green, so it's going to oxidize like it does. Which is going to be a really cool feature, because it also, I wonder if you're going to be able to mine it as that colour. So if you're able to mine it as copper and then it has different stages, so you can make a little farm or something for it, and it then mines it, or you can mine it as it's green. That would be quite interesting, so that you can have different colours. It basically looks like a green version of this, or when it's copper, it's going to be like a gold, bronzy colour. So it's definitely going to be an interesting block to play with. It gives a bit more variety, and I'm looking forward to that. As well as one of the new mobs, which I think was called the Warden. I'll have to double check that, but it looks really scary because it's all done by motion. So if you're moving, it'll see you. If you stand still, you're safe. So what do? Do you run away? What do you do? It is definitely going to be a really interesting update, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. But we're going to start focusing on the future, because we have a pretty big base to build here. I'm going to finish off doing these roads, so I shall see you soon. After converting a lot of black concrete powder into concrete, I have finally finished these roads, and there are things spawning on it already. Oh, I really need to light up those. I'm going to light those up very quickly, because otherwise I'm just going to have mobs spawning everywhere again. Back we go. Solemn Potato was slain by Piglin. Not sure what they're up to today, because they've died about 100 times. So I don't think things are going well for them. So I spent a long time converting all of this into concrete. But what it needs is a bit of detailing. So I think if we go, if we go on the corners here, go up like that. Oh no, that's not what I meant. No, oh dear. So I should be able to. He's died again. Solemn Potato is dead again. Now I have no idea if that's actually going to work going across here. That does look nice, doesn't it? That does actually look quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No! Where have I been counting these from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've completely and utterly failed on trying to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We then build this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay! I've done it! I figured it out. I have succeeded at counting to 4. And now we just got to do this on every single area. And there we go. I have finished off that decoration. Now that I can actually count. Yeah, and also that wasn't the only problem. One of these roads were built 1 block too far, so none of it lined up. So what I then now need to do is kind of build little platforms in the middle, which is going to have the pillars to go up to the top, which hold the higher levels on. So I've built one of the columns that are going to be in the centre of each 4 of these, and possibly some on the outside here as well. So it looks like the top levels have got a lot of structure. So I've actually got quite a bit of room to put a few very small buildings around the edges in here. There's not much room, so that's kind of the next thing that I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and build these in all 4 corners here, and then I'll see if we kind of really need to build another load of them on the outside. If not, we could actually just start building some of the buildings around the outside and instead just leave these for the pillars, which could look quite nice, or we could fill the edges up here with a little bit of just small little houses and other things like that. It's not going to be too tall. That's probably as tall as the buildings down here are actually going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of these. And there we go. We've got 4 towers now, or 4 columns I should say, now built inside those centre bits there. I kind of want to know how much room we have got to build a building. I don't think there's going to be a lot. And having 4 towers probably isn't going to be structural enough. So I think I'm going to have to put another one in the middle about here. It's not going to be a solid road all the way across. So how much room have we actually got to put a building or something in here? I want a gap in between, and I think it's going to have to be a 1 block gap, because otherwise we're not going to have enough room to actually put a building here. Now I've kind of got to remember how I built it in the survival world. So it was just like this. Yeah, that's not small. We can work with that. So we've got a basic design here, which I'm not entirely sure if I like the white. So I think if we can use something other than the white, but I'm not actually sure what. Of course, the other block that I have just thought about is the blackstone, and I kind of wonder, we haven't built anything with the blackstone other than in the nether, and I wonder how well that would look down here, especially as it's supposed to be more of a dark area. Now unfortunately I am not that creative when it comes to doing things like this. I've never been too good at like building. So being creative, building a house like this with a very particular style, I'm kind of out of my comfort zone quite a bit doing this. The only problem I've kind of got with doing this build is I really do not know what I'm doing. I think that roof is just a little bit too nice. I think if we had a mix of the two of mossy cobble, is that mossy stone? Oh, sorry, mossy brick and regular stone brick. Now that does look a lot better. It definitely makes it look a bit more like almost like a shantytown style house, and it's not big inside. It's not very pretty, which I don't particularly want for the lower level. It's supposed to be relatively dark, it's supposed to be dingy, it's not supposed to be nice. Because I also thought some of these I'm going to replace with some mossy stone. So the mossy stone actually makes it look like the lower level is really not very nice. As for one of the buildings that we're going to build, I don't think that's actually too bad. I think it does need a little bit more to it. That does make it look a very, very little bit better. Now, the decorations on the side like this, I've never been too good at doing the fine details like a lot of people do. One thing I've never really worked with is the trapdoors. So let's see what we can kind of do with the trapdoors. Does this add much to it? I don't know. The other thing I really like are these soul lanterns, because they don't give off much light, so it still makes everything seem a little bit darker, especially soon when the top of the base is going to have a very big platform, which is going to have all of the upper city kind of sitting on it, and no sunlight is going to get down to the lower levels like this. I'm also having to go with some of the cracked blackstone brick just to see if that will give it a bit more texture to it as well. I think this is a good enough design to start with. If we change our mind as we're building them, we can still change them. It's not permanent. We can always remove it and do it again. So I think this is what we should build. And all we need to do is extend it out another block in the survival world, and I think the depth is absolutely fine. Because we've got actually enough room in here to put some little items and a bed over here and something like that. So it's not actually too bad. We have got a little bit of room in here. So now all we're going to do is go and build this in the survival world. And the blocks that we're actually going to need a lot of blackstone, and we're going to need a lot of spruce, which are two I don't have any of. I have some spruce. That's good. There's no blackstone in there. and we have a bit of blackstone, but nowhere near enough. So I think it's time for a quick journey to the shops to go and buy all of my resources. But I think that is going to have to do it for today's episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. If you liked, leave a like down below. If you want to suggest how else I can build some of these buildings in my base, leave a comment or find me on the Just Vanilla server and tell me. But don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Goodbye!